When you say Fandroid, I go but when you say Griffinilla, I go Alright, so Griffinilla, aka Fandroid, is a pretty controversial figure in the nerdcore community, and for pretty good reason. So this video is going to be half lighthearted discussion about his music, and half everything else surrounding it. This was originally meant to be a segment in a future video of mine, but I feel like this is something important that needs to be said and not buried in a silly little video about silly little Digital Circus fan songs. Just throwing it out there though, there will be timestamps if you want to skip to the bad stuff involving this creator, and any jokes in this video are directly at his expense. I kind of debated on whether to even discuss this topic or not because I really don't like talking about this kind of stuff, and I don't want to come off like I'm glorifying the work of a bad person, but at the same time, acting like it doesn't even exist isn't exactly the best thing to do either. Plus, there's also some things surrounding this situation that aren't very well known, some things even I didn't know about before making this, and I feel kind of obligated to get it out there, so screw it, we're talking about Fandroid. Well, at least I won't have to worry about glorifying his work anymore. For those of you who don't know, Fandroid the Musical Robot is a musical project made by Griffin Lewis, aka Griffinilla. My first exposure to Fandroid was seeing my brother watching some of his videos back in the day, specifically the Cuphead song that he did, and some of his gaming videos. Oh yeah, Fandroid also has a gaming channel. It's not really that important in the grand scheme of things, well, not yet anyways. It kind of just seems like it's a bunch of low effort videos made for the lowest common denominator possible, that being children. Also, I found this video on there.
Squirm so fat, he took Reader's Digest, literally.
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing, not the real thing.
What do you mean? Dude, Fandroid's not even trying to hide it anymore with the thumbnail. What are you implying? What do you mean I'm trying to hide it? What about the thumbnail? What do you mean hide it? It's a funny Squirm thumbnail. It means nothing. It means nothing. We need to change this thumbnail because I think people are...
Moving on to the real mean potatoes of the Fandroid cinematic universe, we have his music channel, home of some of the most thought-provoking music known to man. Just kidding, it has He's a Scary Bear.
He's a scary bear, and at night he walks without a care. Children best beware.
If I'm being honest, I really don't think a lot of these songs are that bad. Most of the time, because for every masterpiece like The Labyrinth or The Flip Side, there's a bunch of stupid songs like Granny wants to get you, Granny wants to kill you, na 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 na, Granny wants to get you, Granny wants to kill you, na 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 na, or You Signed a Contract, or the lyrics are literally just him naming off the bosses. Why did you people ever think this stuff was good? Okay, I kind of fibbed. You Signed a Contract actually goes pretty hard, not gonna lie.
Bring that stick, Dr. Combs, Robot, Sally, Stage Link, Meredith, my Bon Bon, Hilda, Parrot, Rumor, Monty Bottoms, Cagney, Coronation, and the Rook.
I briefly mentioned it in my first Nerdcore video, but Griff uses this weird filter over his voice when he's doing songs as Fandroid, and I just really don't care for it. The filter really only works in the FNAF songs, where in those it actually elevates a song due to most of them being from an animatronics point of view. But in other songs, it just feels unnecessary and really gimmicky. Again, I don't think a lot of these songs are bad, it's just that the robot voice immediately takes a point off for me. Also, it sounds like the end credit song from Sonic Colors.
Finally, we can relate. Our side by side is fate.
One song you probably recognize from Griff is Stay Calm, since it was pretty popular in FNAF's early days. Me personally though, I just think it's really funny.
So does he not go to the bathroom, or does he just hold it in all night?
I pees into a cup.
Ew.
I've seen him do it with my own eye. We were both just staring at each other. It was extremely awkward.
Dude, if Griffinilla hadn't fallen from grace, we would have gotten the Mike pissing in a bottle scene.
I'm a Republican.
He also made some Sister Location songs back when that came out, and they're genuinely some of the worst FNAF songs I've ever heard in my life. Like, genuinely. I've heard parody songs better than this. Why does it have 63 million views? Huh? The instrumental for Below the Surface is genuinely headache-inducing, and no one is credited for Circus Baby, so I'm pretty sure Griff just did the singing for her himself, and it really shows. It is not very good.
Listen close, follow my instructions.
There's another one he did about Ballora, oh, I wonder why, and it's actually sung by a separate character known as Melody. And no, it's not just Griff doing his best high-pitched girl voice, it's actually being done by fellow YouTuber Eli Monty. It's still not very good though, the lyrics are still weak, and there's still a robot filter over her voice, so yeah, not a big fan of these two. Moving on from FNAF, one song I think is pretty good from him is his Overwatch song, specifically the cover by my GOAT, Caleb Hiles. Caleb Hiles obviously doesn't work with Griff anymore, but he used to cover a lot of his songs for some reason, which 9 times out of 10 ends up being their saving grace. For example, the original version of Devil Swing, boring song with terrible vocals. The Caleb Hiles version, instant meme.
Bendy was a little devil thing who was brought to life on the silver screen.
Some other songs I think are pretty good from him include The Labyrinth featuring CG5, the Hello Neighbor one, The Old Song, which has unironically become one of my favorite Bendy fan songs. And by that, I mean the Caleb Hiles cover. And Senpai Won't You Notice Me. Insert Yandere Dev joke here. There's also Lit Like Litten. It's from Sun and Moon. And I like Sun and Moon. Okay, now the bad stuff. Griffinilla is a known pedophile as well as a groomer. This has been shown in multiple DMs that have been proven by others to be real. These DMs were first exposed to the public in 2024, and 4 years earlier, Griff seemingly on a whim tweeted about retiring the Fandroid persona and moving on in a different direction with his music. So I'm pretty sure he knew that these DMs would surface at some point and decided to flee the internet before that happened. And like most people exposed for doing absolutely disgusting things, you'd think he never show his face around here again, right? Well, apparently not, because in 2025, somehow, Griffinilla returned. There were multiple community posts about this version of Fandroid being run by a completely different person, which is just flat out untrue. This was contradicted by a bunch of now deleted tweets by Griff about taking a break from the internet on the official Fandroid account, no less. It was also found out that he was just using a different voice filter to disguise his voice.
Try play a different game. I agree, we gotta play a different game. But
what is going on with Fandroid's ex-husband? I told you! I get to keep everything in the divorce! Wait! Why are you donating me money? You're trying to win me back, huh?
You guys know that this is called Unk Games.
You've probably also seen the clip of him getting banned on Forsaken and just playing it off like he was bored of the game, which is very untrue.
can I like pay Robux and just be the killer over and over again? Ah! Oh. Alright. I'm changing the game. What games will we play now, everybody? I got bored.
Also, while I was editing this video, I stumbled upon a picture of this tweet that said Griff is still the sole owner of Fandroid legally. So I looked into it and yeah, he still is. So this is pretty much definite legal proof that Griff is still operating the channel and owns the character Fandroid. So yeah, thanks S'more. But also thinking about it for more than 2 seconds, why would someone take a project off someone who is confirmed to be a bad person and then try to do more stuff with it? Like at that point, why wouldn't you just make your own project? Plus it's Griff's character, he's gotta be involved in some shape or form, even if hypothetically it wasn't run by him. And if you've been in his comment section in the modern day, you might be asking yourself, why are all these people welcoming him back? Shouldn't this comment section be flooded with people calling him out? Well, guess what? If you comment anything, I mean anything, even remotely related to the allegations against Griff, it gets hidden. Even if I comment the word groomer and log into my second channel, it gets hidden. Griff is actively hiding any comments that bring to light the things that he's done. And that's not even mentioning that the whole song and dance about someone acquiring the rights to Fandroid's channel pretty much just happened anyway. Oh, don't worry, Griff's still running his gaming channel, unsuccessfully trying to play Roblox and making stuff like this.
Worm's so fat, he went to Barnes & Noble to pick up his Uber Eats.
I'm tired, boss.
His music channel, on the other hand, has been transformed into Echo Form Studios, which again, raises the question, why in God's green earth wouldn't you just make a separate account? Apparently it's run by other people, but Griff's gotta be involved in some shape or form, because not only is it literally just his old channel, but they're also remaking his old songs, as well as helping out with new ones for the gaming channel. That last one I can't really prove because these people delete community posts very frequently, which just makes a lot of this a hassle to research. I also commented on Echo Form's channel after I wrote this whole script asking if they still work with Griffinilla, and what do you know, that comment got hidden. That's pretty suspicious if you ask me. For someone who's not related to Griffinilla, that's pretty suspicious to me. Apparently this new song they helped with, Digital Heartbeat, was supposed to be the last Fandroid song, but judging by the rebrand back to Fandroid the Musical Robot and how he deleted the community post saying that, I unfortunately don't think this is going to be his last. And I know we're kind of past talking about the songs at this point, but yeah, these absolutely suck.
Stop toying with these lies, the music box and lines, and when I sing my chap.
So, what am I here for? To spring the trap.
As I said at the beginning of this video, this was originally meant to be a segment for a sequel to my first Nerdcore video, but the more I thought about it, the more I felt like I kind of had an obligation to make this its own standalone thing. Because while there are a couple people talking about this subject, I feel like it's important that more people know to avoid these types of creators, but there still seems to be quite a lot of people that don't know about this specific situation. One thing I've learned throughout the course of making this video is that I do actually kind of like Fandroid as a character, but the only way to really keep this character alive is pretty much exclusively through fanworks. There can never really be an official Fandroid without it being incredibly sketchy and most likely tied to its creator. But unfortunately, it seems like Griff is still going to be running the Fandroid channel as well as making music for said channel. But again, hopefully this video can shed some light on that.